I'm making this video. I'm sitting over here watching the Giants and Patriots game, and I wanted to do this before, but I don't know how it really had came off. I don't know if I really had the right words, and I really wanted to try to articulate this right because it's a serious subject. And if you listen to this and looking at it right now, you know what it's about. This is about domestic violence. Um, I know we say, well, if a man hits a woman, yeah, he's a punk. Yeah, that's true. Especially if you're not in self-defense, or if you're going off because you had a bad day, you gotta beat your wife up. But domestic violence, it happens to men also. It's just not reported. I remember seeing a movie on Lifetime. It's a made, for TV movie, but basically they movies are based on true stories. And it was a story about it's a vice versa. The woman beating up the man, and it was the same thing. They got together, see all happy, whatever. And in the movie, he ended up having I think a black eye or whatever. And they're like, "What happened to you?" Oh, he mixed it all. But as the movie went on, you started to see she was whipping up on him. I almost laughed, but it's not funny because it's a true story. But and in the movie, he ended up killing him, and was trying to say that how he ran off and he left her and all that kind of stuff, but it ends up happening to be that he killed him. But like that in domestic violence, if for men and women, like for women, if the guy is hitting up on you, beating up on you, getting you black eye, bruises, and he's saying, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry, I won't do it again." More than likely, it's gonna, excuse me, it's gonna happen again. And a lot of times, the woman end up being so badly hurt that she most oftentimes does die. And so this is my video for domestic violence. If man or woman, if you're in a relationship with a person and you being even mentally abused, it's a no-no, and you should get out. But if you're in a relationship like that, you need to get out because more than likely the person, won't stop. And I have a Facebook friend, and she used to tell me how her ex used to beat up on her all the time, and how her brother is in jail now for defending her, and how she's hiding. She got to be hiding from this guy, and let people know that know both of them not to let him know where she at because she don't want it to happen again, and how she feel free now. I would think that's a scary situation to be in. To have somebody that's beating up on you, giving you blacks and blues on your eye or your body, or breaking body parts like your arm or whatever, and then they feel like they don't have nobody, so they nix it off and say that, oh, it was their fault, or they fell on the stairs or something. And then they get into the mentality of how if they would do better to him, he wouldn't beat up on her. Or even the man also, she wouldn't be doing it to him. Or he's stressed out at work, he just needs to be left alone sometimes. Or she blames it on herself. But no, it's not your fault. You shouldn't have to blame yourself, man or woman, or a person beating up on you. They should have self-control enough not to know that if they love you, they'd be punching on you or smacking on you, or they even go so far as that some get belts and whoop them like they kids. I think domestic violence it sucks basically. I remember as a kid, my mom and dad used to fight each other, but they end up separating, but never got back together. He left the state, but in the end became a preacher and all that stuff. But if you mean physically abused, you need to go to the police and report it. Even if you don't don't want to pursue the case, let them pursue it. And they have shelters for battered women. I don't know if they have shelters for battered men, because I know men being abused by their wife is not really as prevalent, or they say it's not, because they don't really show it on the news as vice versa, but we know it does happen. But they got shelters. Or, you got family members, but I guess don't tell a family member, or you should report it if they're not going to kill a person, because you don't want nobody in your family going to jail for murder or attempted murder, and this person that's been abusing you is still out. That person that's doing it needs to be locked up. You need to get away, and don't think that it's your fault, because, like I said before, it's not your fault. But the person that's beating on either one, a woman beating on a man, or a man beating on a woman, and the woman beating on a man because he won't hit a woman back, either both of them are punks. They're cowards. They need to be locked up. Something need to be happening to you. Really. Like I said, that's my take on it. Try to get away as far as you can. Let somebody know what's happening. Good luck.